Hey guys, Wheeljack Dare here. Dare. Oh man, uh, crazy day. So, computer updates or studio updates, I should say, not computer updates. There's no computer updates at the moment. Um, the only update I can give you with that is I'm still waiting for my tax return so I can get my graphics card, and then everything goes smoother from there. Um, but I ordered a bunch of cabling. It, Let me start out this way. It's amazing how you start out with one thing as a DIY person. You start with one thing and then it snowballs into other things. So I started with, first off, my microphone's missing off my stand. Microphone's not missing, it's still here, obviously. It's on a different stand. So I'm like, yeah, that stand works real good. It'll work. Oh man, yeah. Then I found my shelving. That's on order. It's coming tomorrow. Then I'm like, well, I get the shelving set up. I put it together. I might as well. I gotta rip all the cabling apart again anyway. I might as well get new cabling. Um, so I wasn't gonna show this. Dun dun dun. Anyway, I was not gonna show this, but I decided to anyway. So what we got here is, I believe these are 3 foot. Yes. So here is a pair of 3 foot HDMI's. This is the company or the brand that I bought for the 10 foots, and they're pretty decent for a decent price too. Um, then we got 6 foot, well 6.6 foot, so let's say 6.5 feet, and then I had to go different brand to because they didn't have the display ports, but twin display port 6 foot, I believe. Yeah, 6 foot display port because the way I will be running the cabling. So that and that's not the bag I wanted. What the heck was it? Oh, excuse me, 1 second, guys. I mentioned this, but I never showed it. My wire loom, um, which I may not use now. Ah, I got, in case you're wondering, I got tote down here with a bunch of parts in it. And then I haven't opened it up yet. But sorry about the crinkling. Nothing special, just some speaker wire. I know that was real anticlimactic. Um, so you got new wiring. I gotta get a floor protector or something for this floor. And my chair won't go down anymore, so I can't get underneath the corner here. Um, Also got, I'll swing the camera over a little bit. This is the splitter. So capture card comes in here, USB powered, splits off. This is going to monitor, or no, this is going back around to the TV. The monitor will be plugged in there. Hopefully, all that will be hidden in appropriate ways. And let me re-say that because that may came out wrong. In appropriate, not in inappropriate, but appropriate. In other words, good way. Okay. Uh, I can see it now on YouTube be like, oh, he said inappropriate. No, in the in the appropriate manner. There we go. That's the phrase I was looking for. So tomorrow I have 3 things coming, 4 things coming. I forgot I had to order one more thing. So let me put this back here where it is safe. So what's coming tomorrow is I have a shelving unit coming that is a 6 foot tall shelving unit, but I can turn around because the uprights are in 2 pieces. So I can have a 3 foot shelving. So 3 foot shelving here, 3 foot shelving here, take care of all this, rewire everything. HDMI switch coming in. And 1 foot HDMI cables. You might be going, well, why 1 foot? I don't need a long cable to go from the switch up to the capture device. And seeing they were only selling them in 2 packs, I figured, get the 2 pack. They weren't that expensive. Though I might have to go longer cables going to the TV. I have not figured that out yet. And then the 4th thing is my old mic stand here. I'm getting an adapter. They'll go in here. It threads into this that the camera will thread into. So the camera will be on an arm. So I can move it. Excuse me, wait a second. Gotcha. Had a moth flying around. He finally landed on my screen. I squished him. Okay, speaking of camera, we'll do an update on the camera. I didn't know there was a firmware update for it, so I updated the firmware. It seems to have corrected the connection issue. And also, if you notice, the lighting is more warm, and I don't have that light on. It's actually somewhat dark in this corner, but doing the firmware, I now have controls that I can turn on and change controls on the camera. I can now actually make it that it looks like an old black and white film, which could come in fun later on. So that's all the update on the parts coming in. Waiting for my check to come in and be put in the bank so I can turn around and order my graphics card. I can't wait to get that. Then, the last 2 points. Well, 3 points. One is I wanted to get another one of these monitors. They no longer produce this monitor. So I have to go with the new model, which I'm doing some more research. I think the new model, the curvature is different. I'm not 100% sure. So it'll still be an MSI monitor. So MSI monitors will be hooked to this computer. I'm looking at Asus TUF 32-inch curved with HDR on it. Because I love the coloring on Asus monitors. Nothing against MSI, but the Asus monitor I got over here, the color is so, the blacks are so black and everything, because I think this one has HDR to an extent. So then that'll be the monitor setup. MSI old, TUF, MSI new. So now, the next to the last thing. Internal hard drive for the PlayStation. The internal hard drive for the PlayStation did not work. So explain. I go on to iFixit because they're great great place to get info from for tearing stuff apart. I tear the bottom of the PlayStation apart, so I can take it all the way down to the shielding. Take the back shielding off. That way I get good look at the connector. So I plug this in, zip tied it so it wouldn't slide out. Because on a drive, there's a retaining mechanism. When you plug it in, I plug it in the right spot, you plug it in and it clicks. You don't have that option with this end. The reason why it clicks with the PlayStation drives because the tray clicks into place. So I wanted to ensure that this was attached. So I get everything tore apart, plug this in, zip tie it down, put everything back together, take it over, put it back in the entertainment center, hook everything back up, turn it on after this was plugged back in. Turned it on, nothing. It comes up with, cannot start this PlayStation 4 system. Press the button, hold it until the beep to turn around and shut down the system. So I tried that a couple times. I thought, okay, maybe it went into that weird loop again, and I turned around, tried, and couldn't get it to work. I'm like, okay, well, let me unplug this. And I took the original drive and plugged it in, thinking, well, maybe it's looking for the software. Wouldn't boot, it did the same thing. So I literally yoinked this out without breaking anything. Yanked it out, slid the drive back in. It works. So I don't know if it was the cable or the connection, or both. Who knows? Which brings me to the final statement. I had mentioned how I would not buy a PS5. I was not interested. Well, I turned around and did some pricing. For me to put a 4 terabyte SSD, because you can't get a 4 terabyte 2.5 inch drive that'll fit in that tray. 3 terabytes will. You go to 4 terabytes, thicker and won't fit it correctly, and it won't fit into the drive bay. So I'm like, okay. How much is the SSD? Samsung Evo 870. $270 for a 4 terabyte. Could I do that? Yeah. But then I realized something. Because once this is done, I'm replacing my TV. The TV I presently have does not have HDR support. It's an early 4K TV. So I want to upgrade the TV. I want to go for I think I got 50. Or no, I got 55. I want to go to a 65. And I sat there and thought, it's like, okay, I'll put the current TV in the bedroom. What if I want, like, while I'm laying in bed, what if I want to play a game? So I officially did a 180 on my decision. Once the TV is bought, it and the Pro is going into the bedroom. Or the old TV and the Pro is going into the bedroom. And there will be a PlayStation 5. I looked at prices online on Amazon. $4.99 for the optical version. But if I want to spend $10 more, I can get the version that's got God of War Ragnarok on it. So I got that on my list. So yes, I'm going to go PS5. Mainly because the Pro's still good. There's nothing wrong with it. Other than it's dirty. I'm not going to go take it to trade it in because that's a ripoff. So if I turn around, take it, and put it in the other room, I can use it to stream Plex and watch YouTube from and all that. Not saying I couldn't do it with the TV either. It's got Wi-Fi on it too, but that's besides the point. Um, but the thing that really got me is the fact that I wanted to get back into playing the New Horizon, Forbidden West, because I played it for a little bit, then I set it down. I bought it and Elden Ring and played both of them for 15 minutes and set them down. I never went back to them. But in turn, if I play Forbidden West and I want to play the DLC, I have to have a PlayStation 5 for the DLC. Talk about a way to, be real nice to your customers, Sony. So, yeah. And one last little tidbit as to what I've been playing. Because, things might be interesting. I can mention some games and somebody might like say, hey, that sounds interesting. I want to try it. The first one is War or Wall World. I have to say that slowly. It's sort of like the Dome Keeper game, except you're on a wall. Um, Starts out slow, and you think you're not making any progress. And once you unlock one thing that you can upgrade, and then it just snowballs. Uh, I've been rather enjoying it. The other one that I got last night, sorry, that I got last night was Dead Island 2. Now, I know they named it Dead Island 2 because it's a continuation of the original Dead Island, but you're in LA, or as they say in the game, Hell A. Um, and I'm not getting quite the full potential out of it because I don't have HDR, but it has basic ray tracing for AMD graphics cards and it's turned on. And oh my. I tried recording with and do a quick record of it, and I was lucky to get 60 frames on high. Um, but if I shut the recording off and I reset the game, I can put it on ultra and I'm getting 100 frames plus. So, and the last thing, and then I shall let you go. Um, and I called it. There's another open beta for Diablo 4 on May 12th through the 14th, so in 2 weeks of this video, of me recording this video, I should say. There's going to be another open beta. They want to pound the servers and test them and make sure they're good. And with that being said, I pre-ordered it. I don't pre-order games that much anymore. The last two games I pre-ordered was Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which is like, I'm pre-ordering it so I can have it. I don't care if I play it or not because I've played it multiple times with the original. I'll get to it eventually. It'll be like my what's the word? Comfort game. And then the one that everybody got suckered into, Cyberpunk, which I know they greatly improved it by now, but I beat Cyberpunk even though I was one of the ones having the issues where I was having a problem with with an external hard drive connected while playing it, and it would play for a while, then close and lock up and exit out of the game. But I fought through and I got the whole way through the game. But I'm gonna go back to it, especially saying I'm looking at getting a 5. So, but yeah, that's it for me. Oh, sorry. I shall talk to you guys later. This has been Wheeljack. I shall give you updates. I might even do an update. I don't know if I definitely will do an update this weekend after I turn around and do all this stuff. But we'll see. We'll see what's going on. So I shall catch you guys later.